Hello everybody, so I want to give my initial thoughts on Path of Exile 2, being a veteran player of over 11 years and having spent about 30 hours with Path of Exile 2 at the current moment. Best way I can describe this game is that it is a roller coaster of gameplay, but every single other element is so well done. The art, the animations, the monster variety, the loot, the sound design, oh my gosh, the sound design. Every other aspect of this game is so high quality, even like the quality of life things and the server capacity. The servers, like, we get the occasional intermittent lag, but due to the amount of players playing this game, which is quite a bit, everything else is done so incredibly well that I believe this is actually the best state an early access release could ask for. Because if you think about it, everything that people are complaining about, every single little thing is tied to the gameplay. So all the developers have to do are go in and modify and tweak gameplay values here and there. Maybe you drop some more loot in the early game. Maybe you make the melee skills do a little more damage, have a little bit faster animations or something. All of that stuff is gameplay related. Every other technical aspect and just the art and the animations and all of that is so well done and in such a good spot. I have to give the game like an 8 out of 10. In its current state, do I recommend it for $30? Absolutely. If you've never played Path of Exile 1 or you've never even played an action RPG in general, highly recommend that you give Path of Exile 2 a shot. Now let's just hop in real quick. I just want to show you, like, even the login screen. Let me go back real quick, actually. Hold on. Like, look at this. Even here on the login screen, look at how sick this is. Like, this is a back attachment. This is a microtransaction. I did not earn this in the game. And the little the hammer being red hot, that's also a weapon effect. But nothing else on my character is purchased. It's not an NTX. This is just in the game, the gear. And look at the loading screen. Look at the animation quality, dude. I'm telling you, everything about this game is such high quality. I obviously have some gripes with it, mainly the gameplay, but I won't get into that. This is not a full review. I just wanted to get my early thoughts out, and if I recommend the game or not, yes, I absolutely do. But it is absolutely wild that I'm not joking. Every single zone that you go into has completely unique monsters, foliage, environmental detail. Everything is unique to that environment. The monsters, I'm not joking, every single enemy is unique to that zone. It's crazy. They all have custom animations, custom movesets. It's wild. So is this game perfect? Obviously not. No, I gave it an 8 out of 10 to start with. Like, that's not even a perfect rating, but it needs some work, yes. But oh my gosh, is it fun. And the most stress that I imagine most people are having with the game, for myself at least, I'll just speak for myself, is the progression. It doesn't feel like you're making a meaningful progression, especially early on. That is by far the biggest complaint. So if you're holding off because of that reason, I totally understand. It's totally valid to say that. But the early game progression needs the most work, in my opinion. The loot doesn't drop enough. The damage isn't quite there. A lot of the bosses just end up being bullet sponges and tanky, and you have to learn each and every move, not perfectly, but you have to learn like the boss to 85% perfection to be able to take it down, I would say. It just is a little frustrating as a new player experience, I would say. So stuff like that needs to be modified, but all in all, man, Path of Exile 2, I'm having so much fun with it. So I'm here at the start of Act 2, Cruel Difficulty. If I had to guess, I'm probably like 3, maybe 4 hours away from reaching the end game content. And let me just tell you, my experience started at like a 7 out of 10 for PoE 2, then it went up to an 8. I was having a lot of fun right off the bat. Animations, the satisfaction of hitting an enemy and seeing them visibly react, it was pretty fun. Went up to an 8. Then it went back down to a 7 pretty quickly. By the end of Act 1, I was sitting at like a 6 out of 10. I was getting pretty frustrated, especially with the boss fight. Like I said, they get pretty tanky. And then it probably hovered around a 6 for a while. I was very tempted to go down to a 5 out of 10. I was just not having a good time. And then I got some upgrades. I bought a weapon from another player, and I got my second ascendancy points. And now I'm saying solidly my playthrough is sitting at a 8 or a 9 out of 10 in terms of just the amount of fun I'm having. So if that helps you, guides you along, don't worry if you're having a bad time, stick through it, unless you like are really just not having fun. I would say if you're having like below a 5 out of 10 experience, you might as well just, you know, re-roll a class, maybe try out my build, look in the description below, check out the build that I'm doing, but just stick with it. It's going to be frustrating, especially here at the start of early access, but the payoff is well worth it, especially once your build finally does click. And let me end this video here with showing you a clip of how this build is currently performing, because melee, after all, really isn't in that bad of a spot. Boss fight. Let's do it. 2 ancient guardians. I'm gonna one-shot them. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Boom, boom. Watch that. One-shot him. Ready? Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. It literally one-shot him. You break the armor and then you press the one-shot button. It's that simple, dude. It's that freaking simple.